Have you ever wondered why you react so strongly to certain situations? Why some decisions feel automatic, almost uncontrollable? Why you overthink small things, or chase approval, or fear abandonment even when nothing is wrong? It's not random, and it's not weakness. Most of the decisions you make today were quietly programmed years ago, when you were still a child. As children, we don't just learn how to talk or walk. We learn how the world feels. We learn what love looks like, what safety feels like, what attention costs. And here's the key truth. A child doesn't analyze experiences. They absorb them. If love was inconsistent, you learn to stay alert. If praise was rare, you learn to perform. If emotions were ignored, you learn to suppress them. Those lessons didn't disappear. They became your default settings. That's why some adults constantly seek validation. They're not needy. They're trying to complete a conversation that never finished in childhood. That's why some people avoid conflict at all costs. Their nervous system learned early that disagreement equals danger. And that's why others feel uncomfortable with calm relationships. Because chaos feels familiar, and familiarity feels safe, even when it hurts. Your brain doesn't chase what's healthy, it chases what it recognizes. Childhood experiences wire your decision-making system, not logically and emotionally. Your brain builds shortcuts called emotional patterns. These patterns decide who you trust, what you tolerate, and what feels normal to you. If you grew up feeling unseen, you may choose partners who overlook you. Not because you want pain, but because your brain says, "This feels familiar. I know how to survive here." If you grew up walking on eggshells, you may become hyper-aware of other people's moods. You read rooms before you speak. You sense shifts before they happen. That's not a personality trait. That's a survival skill that never got turned off. Even your ambition can be rooted in childhood. Some people chase success to feel worthy. Others avoid it because standing out once felt dangerous. And the most powerful part? These decisions often feel like intuition. You say, "I don't know why, it just feels right." But that feeling isn't intuition. It's conditioning. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Unhealed childhood patterns don't fade with age. They repeat with new faces, new situations, new consequences, until you become aware of them. Awareness is the interruption. It's the moment you stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and start asking, "What happened to me?" Because once you see the pattern, you gain choice. You can pause instead of reacting. You can question urges that feel automatic. You can choose growth over familiarity. Your past may have shaped your instincts, but it doesn't have to control your future. Healing isn't about blaming childhood. It's about reclaiming authorship over your decisions. And the moment you understand that, your life stops being a replay and starts becoming a rewrite. But rewriting your life doesn't begin with big changes. It starts in small, uncomfortable moments. The moment you feel triggered and pause instead of reacting. The moment you notice yourself seeking approval and stop. The moment you feel the urge to chase, to prove, to overgive, and choose differently. That pause matters because for the first time, you're responding from awareness, not from an old memory. Childhood experiences don't just shape how you love. They shape how you handle rejection, silence, and uncertainty. They influence what you tolerate, what you fear, and what feels familiar. Many adults spend their lives trying to earn what they needed as children: safety, reassurance, emotional presence. So they repeat patterns that feel known, even when those patterns hurt. But here's the truth. These reactions aren't who you are. They're learned responses, and anything learned can be unlearned. Your past may explain you, but it doesn't get to decide who you become.